Okay, I'll just bring up the Starship we're gonna be.
This is what you want to watch. We're also
Okay.
live on Shorts.
Well, let me bring up
We're
the
also live on
SpaceX
Shorts.
thing. We got just be right here. Okay, thank you, Dream Chaser. Funny
Hello.
account, funny.
Blinding people with light mode.
That's fine. Hello, everyone. We got Logan here. Say hi, Logan, so people know your voice.
Hello.
Say hi, Matthew.
Hi.
So Matthew's kind of a resident Starship noob here. So if he has any questions, we're gonna be explaining. Logan.
Sorry, sir.
Logan is currently working on an edit that he's gonna put on his channel. His
But
channel
you guys will
is
see it here first on the stream.
Yeah.
Sneak peek.
Tater Tots 223 says my ass hurts. Try putting a pillow under your thing, under your seat. That's what I did. So true, so true. Y'all know when it's taking off. Yes, if we go to the SpaceX thing over here, it's gonna be saying 12:43 p.m. and it's 12:32. So the live stream starts. I think it's 45 minutes before
Maybe
liftoff.
turn the
So
light off.
you don't do that,
Why?
and it's impossible to do it anyway.
It's impossible. It's glaring right now. I can't see my.
This is my room. We're keeping the lights on.
Okay, well then.
Logan's here at my house. He's being a nice guest. Hello, Zach.
I'm being
a rude host.
hello.
I'm being a nice guest.
Creator Inc. 42 said, "Woo." Oh yeah, are you guys hyped or what? So I think I've sort of
We
cultivated a
have to see my
non-space audience, more of like KSP stuff. So I
What?
really want to like not introduce you guys. You guys have probably seen a Starship launch before, but I kind of want to just do this because it's sort of like out of the usual thing I do. I usually do like KSP, that sort of thing. I think it's a nice temperature in here.
For now.
It's alright, guys. I got a couple other guys in the room also watching this with me.
It might
Hello.
get musty later.
Yeah. And okay, so yes, we are in Hawaii. This yeah, good on you for noticing. This is Hawaii time that we're on. So 12:43 p.m. for us. It's actually kind of crazy. Logan, can you turn off the audio? Sorry, I got some other people in here. It's kind of crazy, like how good SpaceX is at like determining your time.
Or I can edit.
Logan, I can give you headphones. I have headphones right here.
It's glary, dude. I can't see anything.
Okay.
I guess I'll just stick around then.
Okay, thank you, Matthew.
Yeah, no problem.
Sorry, yeah, he really has to crunch on his edit. We were initially going to put this in front of the stream as like a sort of trailer, but he didn't get it done in time. The Hawaiian time messes with me. It's noon over there, bro. The sun is about to set here. Yeah.
What's his?
Tater Tots 223 said that.
Hi.
Hello, everyone. But yeah, like if someone found out that like if you go to the SpaceX website like and it knows your local time zone, the like they can bypass like VPNs and stuff to figure that out. Like for some reason they have like a really good system for determining that like bypasses even VPNs.
So,
It's crazy.
So SpaceX has a VPN and they'll.
No. If it's I'm saying it could bypass VPNs. Someone found out.
Oh.
So like they always give you the accurate time, even with a VPN that's like, say I'm in Hawaii right now and I'm using a California VPN. The duder said, I would prefer if this didn't explode. Oh yeah. Okay, so there's this thing that's been going on with V1 and V2. It's like the first V1 flight always fails. Oh, I mean the first flight of like a specific type of like era of rocket always fails for some reason. Like the first V2 like always failed as well. Also the second also, but it gets further. The third, I think what's consistently happened is it makes it to reentry, but it doesn't successfully reenter. And that's happened with the third V1 flight and the third V2 flight. And then the fourth V1 and the fourth V2, perfect success, makes it to the ocean. So it'll be interesting to see if they repeat that same sort of... hold on, there's a really good little thing here that brings that up. Let me see. I think I made a little chart. Successful against all odds I think is the keyword. But it sort of explains what's been going on with every single Starship version. Oh yeah, here it is. This is the exact like format that it's followed every single time here. This will be the first V3 flight. Yeah, V3 flight, almost forgot. At least the thrust to weight will be higher. Yeah, the thrust to weight is kind of insane that we're going to see. It'll like leap off the pad compared to the earlier ones. Because they improved every single Raptor on the booster. So that would be like, yeah, that's a crazy thrust to weight. Because they already had a pretty decent one with V2. Yeah, speaking of V2, yeah, this is like the pattern. First flight ruds before it even makes it to orbit. Or not orbit, but suborbit. Second flight makes it further, but still ruds. Third flight makes it to reentry, no control. V2 makes it to infantry no control. It's kind of crazy how like similar each one is. Successful against all. I don't know why I put questions there, because if I view the quotes, I think someone made the version where it's I think it was in reply to me. Yeah, here we go. Someone made the version where it actually completes it. So actually V1 and V2 perfectly aligned. So hopefully V3 breaks that chain and it doesn't start out as a RUD. Then we have to make another one where it makes it further but RUDs and makes it to reentry with no control. And only on the 4th it's actually successful. You know what's kind of funny also is that Falcon 1 followed this trend. They only succeeded on their 4th flight.
Yeah.
I know. It's kind of crazy with SpaceX. They're pretty consistently 4th times the charm with them. Although Falcon 9 didn't have to go through that, although it's pretty much based on Falcon 1, so they already got the engine and stuff. I think the outer shell is also thinner. I saw the Tim Dodd video. I think I remember him mentioning that. There's a lot of cool new things on V3. Like, it's actually like the version that's going to be doing all the flights and stuff, like operationally, so. And this isn't like a test of version, I mean, it is a test of version 3, but it isn't like a test version of a version 3 Starship. This is a version 3 Starship. Like, everything that's going to be on a complete Starship is on this thing. Like, they have like special systems for like RCS, for like fine control, for docking to other Starships, to refuel it. Oh, that's going to be such a cool thing. Refueling, that's like crazy stuff. That's like in Kerbal Space Program when you're making depots and stuff. This is like endgame technology basically. Mm-hmm. Like that's kind of a big deal. It's like basically orbital assembly, except you're not actually like assembling things together. You just you're taking a stage you already put up there and adding more propellant to it. Yeah, there's some major stuff. It's also kind of crazy that this is the first Starship that's capable of being caught. So they're not attempting it on this one, but if all goes well in the landing, we could see that on the maybe next flight. That's kind of a stretch, but maybe the one after the next one. 13. Wait, no, this is 12, so 14, hopefully. That'll be pretty crazy. I've seen some people make some cool stuff. I think the space engineer, he made a really good video showing how a catch would look. It kind of does like a hook-shaped reentry. I think he posted a little while ago though, so it might be kind of hard to find. Let me see if I can search it here. Catch. Oops, spelled catch wrong. Catch. And let's watch his little video here. Oops, video.
Let me see this video as well.
RTLS trajectory.
Whoa. This is interesting.
This is a cool thing to watch here. This is gonna be sick. Thank you, Cabbook B, for your comment. So this I think is Starbase, Texas? Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is a pretty crazy render. It's because we saw this actually on one of the previous flights. I think it was Flight 11 actually, where we saw the hook-shaped reentry. It like turns the entire way, and that's so that way it doesn't overfly any populated areas. So it can go to its catch. Oh, this is a long video. It's 28 minutes long. Let's just go to when we see the catch. Yeah, so yeah, Starbase. Oh, this is kind of low resolution. There we go. Starbase is like further this direction, but we're coming in. Yeah, we're gonna do like a giant loop, and this isn't on this flight test. This is on probably 14. It's crazy. Like, you wouldn't expect something like this, like a tube with flaps, to be like this controllable, but apparently that's how the aerodynamics works, and this is how they actually previously already did this trajectory, so it's possible.
They're just skilled.
Yeah. They're literally Tokyo drifting this thing.
Aye.
As much as I glaze feather systems, I don't think a feather system can do this. You'd probably have to go back to glide mode. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, you probably know I love feather systems so much. I'll probably be randomly bringing up feather systems.
What is the feather system?
What's up, guys? Starship's still in space. No, it hasn't gotten to space just yet. Actually, let's look at the time. They said it was going to be 12:43. Okay, stream's starting in 2 minutes, so we're not going to have to be sitting around waiting for too long. We're going to be seeing some cool new stuff. I really hope in this video we get an HLS update. Probably not. I'm not gonna bet my life savings on that just because.
Can I bet my life savings on that?
I wouldn't, because they're withholding a lot of information, and we've recently found out that the reason why they're doing that is because they've been making like documentary episodes about like specific things, and they did one about the booster and the ship that blew up, and that's the reason why they haven't been showing a lot of footage from that. Oh wow, something just fell off on the actual footage here. I didn't realize that from earlier, but I'm hoping that means that we get an episode of that documentary series on HLS. That'll be the coolest thing in my entire life that I've seen so far, literally. Because, like, out of the Starship program, HLS is like the closest near-term thing that like I'm the most excited for. It's carrying humans. It's landing on another celestial body in the near term, and the whole refueling operation with the depots and the tankers is just gonna be incredible to see. It's gonna, like, soon, before you guys even realize it, it's gonna be reminiscent of like Starlink, where it's like launches that are so boring because they happen so often, and it's the exact same thing, and it's just refueling tanker flights for HLS. Man, it's gonna be so cool. Like Artemis 3 coming up soon. I think they have an HLS prototype already, just indoors. Got you on my big TV now. Hope it's a good stream. Oh man, that's a lot of pressure. I'm someone's mainstream, but go watch. At least have the main SpaceX thing, or NSF. That's a lot of pressure, dude. Thank you though. Thank you so much. Jared landing at Brownsville right now. They for real delayed the flight for him to get there. Really? That reminds me of a very funny little video that I'm going to show. I don't think I've ever posted this one because it's not my KSP footage.
Let's see.
Let me search Jared. Oh yeah, this is what he's doing right now, flying in between the No,
wait,
actually,
is that a game or?
No, this is not a game. This is real life.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, here we go.
And then
this is what Jared Isaacman is doing right now at Starbase.
Oh hey,
that's copyrighted music. Thank you, Catbook B, for being your mainstream. But whenever there's any Starship Flight, this is what Jared Isaacman does. He flies around.
I think I know what the music is playing.
I mean, come on, taking your own jet, to go watch a launch of like a rocket launch is such like a KSP, a Kerbal coded activity.
That's a flex right there.
Like if you're playing KSP multiplayer, that's the move. That's the move that you do. You take a jet and you fly around while someone else is launching.
I would like to do that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, here we go. We're watching the catch here. The simulation of the catch. Beautiful.
That's nice.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy. They hook all the way around so they can come in on the right angle and not overfly Starbase. And actually, 12:43. It's 12:44. Is this going to start? Let me refresh the page here.
And the answer is... Oh, there it is.
Oh, nice. Here we go. The hype is setting in. Okay. Why don't you tell Logan that the video is about to start, or the stream is.
No problem.
He might still be working on his stream though. I am actually pretty interested to see if this gets a lot more views than the previous ones. Especially Artemis 2, there's a lot more people interested in space stuff, so we'll see. I don't know if people are aware of how important of a flight this is, V3. It might just seem like just another Starship launch, but this is actually pretty important. Let me take a drink of my pineapple quencher right now. This is a drink that we only get here in Hawaii, or if you have Jollibees, which I don't think they have on the mainland. I'm gonna shut up when they start talking, but I'm telling you guys, Jollibees is really good. I'm really surprised not once in this program has the tower been annihilated by high-speed shiver booster colliding. I know, that's been like a miracle. I mean, I remember them saying before even the previous, the first flight ever, that a success would be them not destroying the launch tower and the pad. That would be really catastrophic, especially on the new pad that they're debuting on this launch. Man, they are really good at hyping you up with these videos. Oh, that just reminded me, seeing the Starlink. Something else that's going to be cool in this flight, I'm sure they're going to be talking about it in the stream here, but they're going to be deploying Starlink satellites with cameras on them so we can get a third-person perspective, and they're going to fly underneath it and see the heat shield. That's going to be like using camera tools mod in KSP.
Time, and
oh,
we
here we go.
are
I'm
just
gonna
over
listen to
43 minutes away from the first flight
43
of
minutes.
SpaceX's
Woo!
next generation vehicle, Starship version 3. I'm Kate Tice, Senior Manager
Hello,
of
Kate.
Quality Systems Engineering.
And I'm Jake Berkowitz, a lead propulsion engineer.
Jake and Kate.
And today we're coming to you live from just outside the production floor at Star Factory.
Hello, L5
where the
resident.
team's
Guys,
preparing for
L5 resident
Starship's
is in the chat.
12th
I don't know if you guys
test
know the
flight.
Lunar War,
Yeah,
but everyone
it's
was
been a few
referencing it
months
when I
since our
posted
last
this
update, and
KSP
in that
multiplayer
time, the team has
war
been working
things.
hard
This is the guy who
to
made Lunar
completely
War.
redesign the
Everyone say
entire
hi,
rocket
L5
that you
resident.
see there from the ground up.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's
Hi,
right,
Space
Kate.
Vulture.
Starship version 3 has undergone significant upgrades, taking everything we've
Oh,
learned from the
man.
previous 11
That new
flights
hot
to make a
staging
vehicle
ring right
capable
here
of
looks
full
so good.
and
Let me go
rapid
full screen.
reusability.
This is like so
includes
reminiscent of
everything
N1.
from
I
a
know
new
everyone makes that
booster,
comparison,
new ship,
but
new engines,
oh, I just
to
love the
a
way
new
that
launch
looks.
pad, new avionics, new software, and so much more. All of that hardware is just down the road at Pad 2, a little over a mile and a half
beautiful
away
looking
from
ship.
Jake and myself. And
By the way, these
over
missing
in our
tiles are
viewing area
intentional.
outside on the lawn, Starbase employees are excited and already starting to gather to watch today's flight.
Yeah, and right behind us are 3 generations of Raptor engines, and today will be the first flight of the newest generation, Raptor V3.
Oh yeah.
And the 33 Raptors on Super Heavy
I
booster
kinda
combined to
preferred the
generate
green, but
18
the all black and the paint looks pretty
million
good too.
pounds of thrust. You can see them all there.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
145 views.
And it makes
viewers.
Starship
Thank
by
you guys.
far the most powerful rocket of
Yeah,
all
this is
time.
a really cool
and for
shot.
comparison, we have over twice the thrust of the Saturn V rocket
there's
that carried
more light
astronauts
in here
to the
now.
moon.
That is a really
And then here,
cool
of course,
shot.
you can see on ship, we have another 6
that looks
engines,
beautiful,
and 3
too.
of them feature the larger vacuum optimized
Wow, I love the way
nozzles
they like cover
called
this up.
RVACs.
I wonder what these
And
numbers
as a member of the
signify, 'cause
Raptor
they're
team,
different
I
from
can
the,
tell you that we're all
engines.
incredibly excited to put V3 to the test today and
Pad
demonstrate the
fallback. No,
capabilities of our
Space
most
Vulture, don't
advanced
curse
engine.
us.
And we'll get into
I'm
all
hoping
the
I'm not
exciting new
cursing us
details
either. I
in
just
a
went in
few
the
moments.
water today.
Yeah,
I
that
took my dog
excitement
to the
is
beach.
well warranted, Jake. Raptor and Starship V3 are designed to be foundational for the future of the program. They're designed to enable us to send payloads and eventually people
Hello,
all the way
Tozer
to the
One.
moon and Mars, ultimately helping us make life multiplanetary and extending the light of consciousness to the stars.
Twice
Yeah,
the
and in the
thrust of
meantime,
Saturn
we're
V.
planning to put Starship to work
Jeez
shortly by
Louise.
launching bigger and more powerful Starlink version 3
What's pretty
satellites.
crazy is that
These
the
new
previous
satellites
one,
aim to substantially
V2 was like the
increase
most
capacity in
powerful by
orbit,
some metric, and now this even
strengthen the
surpasses
network,
that.
and deliver an improved
Yeah,
experience
this
for
thing's gonna
customers
leap
on
off the
Earth.
pad too. With the
Starship will
improved thrust
also
of the
carry our
engines.
upcoming V2 Starlink mobile satellites,
Probably gonna surprise
which
us
are
how fast
expected
this
to
thing
provide
goes.
direct 5G connectivity
The
from
second tower
space
looks weird too. I'm
straight
always
to
used to
mobile
seeing it on
phones
that one.
worldwide.
It's a
Now, as a
clean
reminder
tower,
for
though.
all of
Wow.
you watching at home, what we're
looks
doing
really
today
complete.
is a test. Like we mentioned earlier, we've redesigned the majority of this rocket and its systems. From the outside, for those of you that have tuned in before, it might look pretty familiar, but beneath the surface, it's all new. And the primary objective today is to put it all together
Wow, what
in
a shot.
real live flight environment. In order to learn, we gotta launch.
Yeah, and really, it's the data we're expecting to get back from today's flight that's going
The
to bring us
three
closer to
grid
making
fins actually
Starship
looks pretty
operational
clean.
and unlocking the next generation.
It is kind of
of
weird
our
how it's
future in space.
asymmetric, but
So no matter the
from
outcome
this
of
angle, it
today's
looks
test
fine.
flight, excitement is guaranteed.
Most definitely. And speaking of excitement, Dan Hewitt is in a pretty
Yo, it's
exciting
Dan
place.
Hewitt.
He's stationed just outside of the Launch Control Center, a couple floors above us. How's it going up there,
Ooh,
Dan?
look at that camera
Kate,
rig. They're probably
it-
filming
it
for the
could be
documentary.
Going better. We have a
I
blue sky
cannot wait to
outside
see
and
that
beyond
footage.
site. Hello, everybody. I'm Dan Hewitt with SpaceX Communications. It's been far too long.
The actively
Welcome
cooled
back
flame
for
diverter
another
and the GSC
Starship
upgrades.
launch.
That's
Things
really
are
cool.
looking good. We are counting down. We moved into our window a little bit, but we are looking good right now at this moment. Behind me, you see the flight control team, the on console, looking at the rocket, the pad, the range, the weather, everything as we count down to liftoff. We're going to be getting into prop load in just a couple of minutes, and we are
Ooh,
counting
look at
down
that
to a
smoke.
liftoff
Beautiful.
at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. The weather is great. We haven't had a blue sky all day. There you can see almost nothing but that. We were fighting some upper level winds a little bit earlier. That's why we moved into our launch window. But the great news is we are looking to go for launch.
Three fins is so weird to
Also,
see, but it
we're
makes sense.
monitoring
Planes
the
have three on the
range, so air
tail.
and sea space
Yeah, the reason
out
why
in
they
the Gulf,
got
but
rid of
also in the
having
Indian
four of
Ocean
them
and
is
the other
because
side of
it
the
would
world.
there'd always
Not
be
tracking
one at
any
least in the
issues
wake
there.
of the
Now,
booster that wouldn't actually
today's
be doing
countdown,
too much.
fortunately, gonna
So
look
the three
pretty
fins is
similar to
actually
most
way more
people.
efficient.
There's a couple of differences in timing for some of those major milestones.
There is actually some. I don't want to speak over
when
Dan
the
too
diverter
much,
turns on and the water's flowing, when
but
the engines start up.
that's kind
but
of information we're going to
otherwise-
know. But on the third the third grid fin over here, it's actually angled in a way where as it's coming in, like the flow is like at an angle, so that way it actually doesn't induce a roll on the ship on the booster. Yeah, I cannot wait to see that thing just on its own without the ship on top coming
across
back down.
every single system. Start with the big picture because
Okay.
Starship
Ooh.
still very, very big. Just over 407
I
feet
love the
tall,
black
fully
paint too
stacked,
down here.
a little bit taller
Kind
than
of
version
reminiscent
2.
of Dragon,
With
the
that
way
extra
that's like
stretch,
angled
we
like
can carry
that.
even more propellant, but big rocket.
It's not 10 minutes from
Bottom
now. We
half
still
is
got
our
about
super heavy
38.
booster, and there are some pretty
And there's
visible
probably gonna be a
structural
hole in
changes
there.
on the outside. We'll jump in. You've got version 3
Yep.
on the left there, version 2
3
on the
group fins
right.
instead of
At the
4.
very top, we've changed from a
These are some
one-time use
big
hot
group fins
stage
compared to
adapter
that
that
one,
used to
too.
pop off to one that's fully integrated for reusability. And Starship's Raptors are actually going to be igniting directly on top of the booster's fuel tank. The fuel tank pressure itself and then a non-structural layer of steel, it's what's protecting the top of that booster when we do hot stage separation. Moving down a little bit, we went from 4
Jeez,
grid
those are
fins
some-
to 3.
There's a guy
We
in
made 'em
there.
50%
Holy crap.
bigger and higher
It's a
strength.
funny little render.
Just a reminder, that's what boosters using to
Man.
kind of steer itself as
Ginormous
it's flying
grid fin.
back for a catch. We're also now going to use those grid fins for lift and catch
Still no ship
itself.
landing legs.
We zoom in a
No,
little
they're
bit,
catching
you
it
can
in the
see
tower
new catch
a couple
points
flights from now.
on those grid fin structures. Moving
180
inside the
views.
rocket,
Hello,
we
everyone.
redesigned the fuel transfer tube. This is the really big tube inside the rocket that's moving all
what's
of that
crazy is
liquid
this is
methane down
almost
to
as
the
big as
Super
Falcon
Heavy's
9.
33 Raptor engines. It's going to help us flip
Which just goes to show
faster,
how
and we
big this
can
whole
now
booster
start up
is.
all of the engines simultaneously. This thing is big. It's about the size of a Falcon 9 first stage, which gives us the fun realization that we kind of put a rocket inside of our rocket. The very
Oh wow, they actually
bottom
did
of
the thing I was
booster
saying.
looks very
I
different.
said,
You've
oh,
got
that's
those
as big
new
as a
Raptor
Falcon
3
9, and then they
engines
show
that
Falcon
enabled
9.
us to delete the bulky heat shields, the
I
engine
kind of
shrouds
prefer the way
that we
this
have
one
in the
looks, but
previous
I get that they
generation,
have to save
and then
weight.
all of the propulsion,
like this.
avionics hardware
This
for
is
those
still pretty
engines are
badass
super
looking.
tightly integrated now and
Kind
protected
of weird
by
how
much
the
slimmer
chines
shielding.
just get cut off right there.
Move on up, second stage. This version of Starship is designed to carry massive
Clean.
orbital payloads. We're talking up to 100 metric tons to Earth orbit, the Moon, and Mars. The biggest changes are pretty much all under the hood. We gave the propulsion system a clean sheet redesign, increased the propellant tank volume, and improved our reaction control system, our steering.
It's kind of crazy.
overall.
This is the first version
Going
of
extra
Starship that is
inside,
actually
defense
100
dispenser is
tons to
now
orbit. The
supercharged,
previous
full
ones were only
turbo,
like 50, I
and
think.
that's going to allow us
50,
to increase the
25,
deploy
25
speed
for
for each
V1,
of those
50 for
satellites.
V2.
Today we're actually flying the heaviest
Wow.
payload we've
They
ever
already
carried
have
on
the
Starship, but
propellant
eventually we're
transfer
gonna launch with
docking
up to 60
little
of
nubs
those
there too,
Starlink
which is
V3
cool.
satellites. Just below that, just below the
Oh, yeah, we were
payload
talking
bay
about that.
and also down in the aft part of the ship, we've added new docking ports that's going to enable us to link up in orbit between two starships.
So cool
do
how they're already
propellant
testing that
transfer.
on this
We
flight,
also
even though they're not
modified
actually
that
going to be
main connection
docking
point
to
where we
anything.
load propellants into the vehicle for those future prop transfer missions. So a lot of upgrades.
Prop
to
transfer
detail
test is going
on
to
the
go
rocket,
crazy.
but
Seeing another
powering
Starship rendezvous
everything,
with another
the Raptor
Starship,
3.
holy moly. Cannot wait for that. This is from a previous one, by the way, guys. It's not
They
actually
are
lifting
ripping in
out.
real time. These engines manufactured
Oof.
in Hawthorne, California.
I cannot
tested
wait
at
to
our
see
site
that for
up in
V3.
McGregor.
It's going to be
We
even more
redesigned
powerful
their
than that
entire
video.
ignition system. We bumped up the thrust, so putting out more force. Went from 230 to 250 tons force on those sea level engines, 258 all the way up to 275 on the vacuum optimized ones. When you look at all of the generations of Raptor lined up, all of those fiddly bits, the sensors, feed lines, controllers, everything that you were used to seeing around Raptor 1 and 2, a lot of those have either been
The
deleted.
docking ports,
best
yeah,
part is
that's
no
the
port,
for
or
propellant
they're
transfer.
internally
There's another
integrated
set of
and
those on
protected inside of the engine
a
itself.
male
That'll let
Starship
us
that connects to those
dramatically
four.
cut down on the weight of the
Very
engine,
like
make it
Apollo
easier to
Soyuz looking,
manufacture 'cause we are gonna
like
be
with the
mass
probe
producing
and
these things.
not, I think that's
Now,
what it's called,
we
the
make
probe
these Raptors
sort of
in
style instead of
Hawthorne.
the
We got-
triple
There's
symmetry
our Hawthorne
one.
manufacturing team getting ready to see their engines
Wow,
fly in
these
space
guys
for
are
the
some of the
very
hardest
first
workers.
time. Huge shout out to you
Raptors,
guys.
what's
You're
really
all
been carrying the
wizards.
Starship program.
Appreciate you getting us some vehicles on
They've
the
been
path today. But
really doing good.
incredible amount of effort. World's
Everyone
best
else has been doing
engineering
good
team
too, but
works here
most
at
of the
SpaceX,
issues
get
have
this
not
rocket
been
to that pad
have
ready
been
to
in other
launch.
in
And
other
we've been
areas.
trying to follow more of
Hopefully
it.
not with
document
V3.
some of it.
Hopefully
If you
they've
haven't seen it,
fully
check out our
tested
new
and
docu-series
are going to
Starship.
be successful. Artemis 3 docking from the ground with astrophotographers would be incredible.
We really, built this
I would
rocket
love
from
to see
scratch,
that
but
space
also built the pad
closer.
from scratch, so it's all kinds of new systems.
Astrophage.
This
Red
will be the first time that we
astrophotographers
bring
as
together the pad and
astrophage.
do the
Fast
pieces
said.
to make sure that they all
Yeah,
work.
I really hope there is an astrophage. Then we're gonna really have to
It's static
bootstrap
fire.
a Starship
Vehicle
mission.
is in prepaid clear, about to get to our static fire pack lit up state.
I
We run
wonder if
60
in
seconds on ship because
the
we
Hail
get
Mary
to see
universe,
how the vehicle
they
thermals
had
all
to
shake out and just general vehicle
really quickly
performance.
get the Starship
if you can
program
make it
up,
through
because I
that,
don't know
then
how they
you're in a
got those
reasonable
big
position to go
astrophage
fly.
tanks up there without Starship, unless they did some like SLS thing.
Start up.
Do you think they want Starships to be androgynous, so every Starship can dock to every other Starship, but I guess dedicated refuelers are okay?
Throttle up.
I mean, it's probably more way to make it androgynous, because you got to do like a pedal system or something instead of just the drogue and probe or whatever. I think that's aerial refueling. I don't think that's the actual term, but it's probably just a lot more efficient just to have male and female, because female are just the ones doing the mission, and then everyone else is going to be male just doing the tanker flights. Because tankers are going to have to be specially built because they don't have a payload bay, it's just bigger tanks. So if you're going to have to specially build those anyway, might as well just have them be male.
Ultimately launching people, which is going to be amazing.
Plus 40.
It is not impossible.
And KSPM planning Aphrodite 10A manned Venus flyby using Apollo stuff. Venus flybys are neat. I like that.
Plus 50.
Sounds like something out of For All Mankind. It does. A Venus flyby, it's kind of hype moments in Aura because there isn't really a lot you can do, like that's more than doing a probe mission, but it is pretty cool because it is like a low delta V thing that you could do with like a lunar program level thing.
The full thing is 25 minutes long, and I think I've watched it 4 or 5 times
Are
already.
they talking about
That's
the
how good it is.
documentary?
But yeah, so just as the team
Sorry, I
has been
wasn't
working
listening
hard
to
on a
them.
brand
I
new
should probably
rocket, we've also
talking a little bit
redesigned
less.
the ground systems. The brand new Pad 2 that you can see on your screen here is making its big debut today.
We've upgraded our propellant farm with much more storage and more pumps to enable super fast filling
Okay,
for
guys,
launch
we're
and
nearing
relaunch.
half an
On
hour.
the tower, we changed
Excited,
to
the hype
shorter
is
chopsticks,
coming in.
which enable
Thank you
even
guys for
faster
218
motion
views.
to better track vehicles flying
guys
in for
are
catch.
Gonna stick around.
Yeah, we
till
also
the
changed the
launch.
actuators driving those chopsticks from hydraulics to 100% electromechanical.
Wow, it's so clean
increasing
too.
their
Like there's
speed,
like they really just
redundancy,
sweeped up
and
everything. It's like there's
reliability.
nothing on the ground.
On
I
the
guess
ground,
it's gonna get
the
blown
launch
away if
mount
they
was
do that. So they
completely
gotta.
redesigned, and if I had to describe it in one word, I'd say it's robust.
Yeah.
With the extensive concrete and steel cladding, it almost feels like you're looking at a battleship.
It looks
not
like
a launch
something out of
pad.
Dune.
But it's also smarter. We've separated
It
the
is
fuel
so
and aux
pretty, yeah.
systems into different compartments and repositioned the booster quick disconnects to be out of the vehicle's plume during liftoff.
Yeah, and perhaps the most obvious change,
Oh,
we've
what's the
now
most
got
obvious
a
change? Sorry, guys, a little bit
bi-directional
of buffering
flame
and
diverter.
things.
We said goodbye to the pancake, and a new top deck flame deflector to eliminate metal wearing down, which will help us get to zero refurbishment between launches.
That's
In fact,
crazy.
that new flame trench and the new chopsticks are featured here on our new Pad 2 launch shirts. This
Oh,
launch pad
that's
is
their
built
Easter
for
egg
maximum
this
safety
time,
and
I
fast
think. They always have
turnaround
an
because
Easter egg
making
in
life
every,
multiplanetary will
stream.
require launching a lot of starships. And as the countdown continues, let's change gears for a moment and head over to Tyler Lionquist in Hawthorne to talk about Starlink. How's it going over there, Tyler?
Hey, Kate, and thank you. We're back in Hawthorne, and we have a crowd forming outside of Mission Control ready to see some Starships fly today. And like Jake mentioned earlier, on today's flight, we're deploying 20 Starlink
Ooh,
simulators,
some cool
plus
footage
2
here.
modified Starlink satellites,
Wow.
which our team internally refers to as Dodger Dogs,
Dodger
because we
Dogs.
stretch that V2 mini satellite propellant tank so that it sticks out from both ends of the satellite.
Oh wow, that's a propellant
You can see it
tank.
right
That's
there. It
weird.
is just missing some mustard and onions.
I wonder
So the
what.
Dodger Dog serves as a tech demo between the V2 and the V3 Starlink satellites and will act as a platform for testing those V3 components. So the larger V3 satellites aim to greatly expand the network's capacity, while V3 hardware is designed to support faster
Jeez.
Wi-Fi and improved broadband speeds to customers while providing a significant capacity upgrade
cannoli.
from the V2 Mini. And in addition to
I wonder what
delivering
the
future
propellant
V3
tank thing was
satellites
all
to the
about.
Starlink network, we believe
Especially on the
Starship will enable
dumplings
us
like
to launch
this.
our AI satellites. As you may have seen during the TerraFab event in Austin a few months ago, Elon laid out the path to revolutionize
sats,
cloud
yeah.
computing
Oh,
and AI
someone's waving.
infrastructure,
They're waving to the
leveraging
live
the
stream. Hello.
unlimited power of the sun, targeting 100 gigawatts to 1 terawatt of AI computing power
Yep,
annually.
the stream is
And
on.
from there, we're looking at connectivity beyond our planet too. Building on the technologies used
I
to
was
connect
watching
people
Everyday
on
Astronaut,
Earth,
couldn't
the
miss this
Starlink
though.
team's exploring using
Thank
Starlink
you.
to enable
I mean,
high
Everyday
bandwidth
Astronaut probably has better
connectivity
commentary
around the
than me
moon.
because Everything
With
I'm
a
saying is just
with a
something I learned from
constellation
him.
of satellites designed to connect to
Well,
user
thank you for
terminals
being
on the
here,
lunar
too.
surface, we could relay data back to our Starlink constellation in Earth orbit. So traditionally,
That's a cool
deep
render.
space comms have relied on radio frequency transmission. This new design would use lasers to relay data back to Earth, which
Wow.
can massively increase the bandwidth available to future lunar missions.
That's cool. There's a
We
city
currently
on the
have
moon in this
thousands of
render.
lasers operating in our Starlink constellation around Earth. Deploying that technology around the moon could connect it with hundreds of terabits of capacity.
That's amazing. For the Artemis
Together,
program?
this could provide the connectivity
That's
backbone
funny.
between the Earth and the moon and
The
enable
2001: A
gigabit
Space Odyssey
connectivity anywhere on the
model.
lunar surface, providing data for rovers, habitats, and astronauts, and
Oh.
hopefully some incredible
I know
views
this
for
part
us
from
back on Earth
KSP.
too.
I know this is a real thing, but
So all of
that's
that
the
adds up
first
to a
thing I
lot of
think of.
satellites. But the good news
That's
is
really
there's
funny
still
looking.
plenty of space in space. But that said,
Doug
the
got the
Starlink
4K
team
stream,
took
but the
space
knee small
safety
crater vibe was much
extremely
cooler. Thank
seriously,
you.
and we
I
work
mean,
hard to
one thing's for
encourage
sure,
best
I can read
practices
every single
across the
chat because
entire
I'm not getting
industry,
too many.
So space stays open for as many people as possible.
Oh, this guy's back from Falcon Heavy. He's got a Falcon Heavy shirt on.
There are tens of thousands of known space debris in low Earth orbit right now.
Yeah, this is sort of like
All of that
advertisement
debris
stuff.
comes from man-made activities.
A lot of people talk about space being really congested, and they show this dust cloud around the Earth of all these points, and it looks like space is super, super crowded. I think if you take all the spacecraft that are in orbit, it's equivalent to
Oh, they're about to
3
drop a
aircraft
truth
flying
nuke.
over California at one time. So space is so much bigger, so many dimensions
Love
that
creators
are
like you.
much
Thank
beyond
you.
what we can comprehend.
Will you do more KSP
But even
multiplayer
though it's
streams?
big, there still is a potential
Little thing
that
about,
these
because I'm going to
satellites
mute
could
this because
cause-
this is just an ad for Starlink, but a little thing about the KSP multiplayer, it kind of doesn't work. Like, after you launch enough stuff, the server, like, the load times get so crazy that, like, it's kind of unplayable. And people have been complaining either we have to reset the server, like, every week, which doesn't really encourage you to, like, actually put stuff up, or you're gonna have to just endure, like, literally, like, half an hour long load times, and, like, going to the tracking station and it just taking forever. Like, it doesn't work with the number of people that we were attempting. We could do more streams where it's just like me and, like, the only the people in our team, where it's like 5 people maybe in a single server, and, like, that's what Luna multiplayer is meant for. But I don't know, doing like the mass multiplayer thing was kind of a failed experiment. I gotta admit, it didn't really work. The server is still up, people are still playing on it. There's a gazillion things in orbit though, and only the people playing on it right now are the people who can handle those load times and with good computers. I am thinking about doing Minecraft though, because that new Creator Aeronautics mod just came out. I could probably do some similar stuff to KSP. Unfortunate because they were fire. I know. I did have a lot of fun, and everyone who's playing it had a lot of fun, but it's just technical limitations. I'd do it if it's technically a little bit better. Maybe Luna multiplayer updates and they add support for big servers like what we were attempting. I'm going to go back to this because the visuals are kind of interesting. I want to hear what they have to say.
Activities that are occurring in space
I think
that
it's
are
just
not
about
being published.
debris.
So we have many examples in Starlink satellite
mitigation
footage
stuff.
where an object came within tens of
Oh,
meters
wow.
of a Starlink satellite, yet this was not
That is
predicted.
crazy.
This is extremely concerning because this type of incident could have resulted in a collision.
Wow. That's a cool
Last
picture
year we
with
flew
the piece of debris
165
flying by.
missions to space. As an industry leader, we would like to create a community where all industry providers
the stream
share
with you and
data
the team.
back and
Hope we do
forth.
more.
They tell us where their spacecraft
Thank you.
are. They track
We'll
their
figure something
spacecraft
out.
as
It'll be
soon
the
as they're
same game,
deployed.
but
They
maybe
make
we
them
should do
available
like
to
just a
others so we
multiplayer
know
with just
where
me and the
everyone
people
is.
in the VC,
You know,
not like a
there's
crap ton of
some
people, a
thought
bunch of
that
different teams.
if I keep my satellite position confidential and I don't share that with anyone, no one will know where my satellite is. Well, I think that's really fictitious. So we at SpaceX, we've taken
If you
the
restart the
opposite
KSP
approach.
server, you should
We
have people
publish
deorbit
all our data,
non-essential
we put all our friends'
craft and
data
get
out,
kicked
we
if
show
they
where our
don't.
satellites are, we
It's
show where
the
we're
thing
going.
is though is
And I
that you
think
could
we're
say
now
every
showing the
craft is
industry
essential.
that
Like,
there
oh, we
is
need
no
a comnet with a
competitive advantage by
gazillion
not sharing
satellites, or
data.
we need
We're
a space station
demonstrating
for
to
every
the
team.
outside world what good
It's
practices
I
are.
think it's just
We as
better
an industry
suited
have
to
a
a single
tremendous
team. The
obligation at
teams
this time
competing
in this
against each other
formative
was
stage
fun.
to
And the
actually
war
communicate with
thing
each
I
other,
liked.
share
It was like
best
a little.
practices,
I mean, we didn't really
be
do
good
much
stewards
besides
amongst
each of us
each other.
blowing up
It'll
one of
make
each
us
other's
better as
things.
an
Like they blew
industry.
up our
It'll give
Lathe
us an
base and we
industry
blew
of
up
the future that will continue
one of
to
their
grow,
space planes. But
continue to innovate and help every company
it
to
has to
grow
be
and
maybe
generate
2 teams this time, so it's like a focused
Maintain
thing
safety
instead of
in
like a
low Earth
bunch of
orbit.
different
It's
teams.
incredibly important that we work
There's a
together
lot of
as
experimenting. It was
operators
fun. We had a
are
good
very
time,
transparent
but it
in the
was also a
activities that
learning
we are
experience.
conducting. I think that an irresponsible satellite operator is one who either doesn't know where their spacecraft is or where it's going to go, or isn't broadcasting that to the world. Space is big, but operators are not always predictable. We want to enable other missions, the Moon and Mars and interplanetary exploration. So
Man, they really have a lot to say about Starlink debris mitigation.
Of humanity is incredibly important.
I think we've seen this exact video before, though.
Is to be transparent.
It's not really that important. I'm going to keep talking to chat.
Space.
I just watched your animated short. That was really good. Oh, thank you. Yeah, this channel, I used to just have it to be to upload the stuff that I made while I was in film school in my like animation college. But yeah, thank you guys. I do have animations on this YouTube channel, still up there. Not really KSP related, but if you guys like them, thank you. I think I remember one of the demo Dragon missions having a close call with space debris. Yeah, I mean, there's probably a bunch of close calls with Starlink. Good thing they can actively avoid stuff, though. I wonder if someone has taken a Weezer Blue album to space. I mean, it's probably on someone's iPod on the ISS. There's like a whole list of like movies that I've been seen in space. Something funny, actually, little side note, something I find funny. I think one of my favorite objects that has ever been brought to the ISS is a pyramid of manliness from Parks and Recreation. Let me try to find the picture, but it's really funny. Hold on.
Yeah, SHIP does a bunch of fun things like deploying 20 Starlink simulator satellites, 2 of them Dodger Dogs as well.
I don't know. It's kind of hard to find because it's kind of obscure pictures, like in the background of like one of those interior photos of the ISS. But yeah, just trust me, it's a really funny picture. The gorilla suit was funny. That was funny too. Oh, that's a pretty well-known one. Matthew, you're in my house. Is there something I can eat? My mom's making sliders. Matthew, come inside the room that I'm in if you want to talk to me. You don't have to be in the chat.
I'm so excited for that. That's gonna be awesome.
I think it's a little delayed. He's gonna hear me soon, I think.
Dan for a quick status check.
Okay,
yeah, thanks, guys.
We're back to Dan.
Still looking good. We are not tracking any issues technically on the vehicle or on the pad. Range status continues to be good.
It is not a full orbit because just in case something happens with the boost, with the
as you can
upper
see,
stage and something goes wrong, they don't want to be in an uncontrollable orbit.
That happened
but this thing can reach
36 minutes before T0.
Why aren't you guys in here for the stream? It's lifting off in 20 minutes.
Than we did on pad 1.
Okay.
Flight director Ty Huntington.
Trust me, guys. Logan's working on an edit. It's gonna be fire.
Starship's
we just gotta give him some time. He has 20 minutes to get it done before.
Final go at about
he always waits till like the last second.
We do start loading on ship first. That happened at about T-minus 37.
Dude, the dude said, "I'm happy I just got crew on you first."
Liquid oxygen,
oh, that was you.
Methane, and then ship fuel's the last one to kick off. About T-minus 35.
Our team was kind of slacking. We tried to get first to Latham, and then we got second.
About 3 minutes right before launch.
Disappointed at
20 on
ourselves for
ship,
that.
2 minutes 50 on the booster.
Oh
So
wow!
we go
Propellant loading is almost like halfway done.
But
it's interesting how they load the ship more than the booster at first. You'd expect the booster to have to be filled more.
Continuing the load prop, continuing to count down.
This pressure can hold it up.
If you've been following along with these launches, you know we've been sending these suborbital and they splash down in the Indian Ocean. How the heck do we see some of that? Well, we have our recovery team, our Starship recovery team, and one of their primary jobs is to get those re-entry views and a whole lot more. We're going to take them now.
It's going to be so fun when I join the Starship team in 4 years. My dreams as an engineer mechanical. Good luck, man. I really hope you succeed at that.
In a moment.
Ooh, interview with the recovery team. This is new.
Frozen. Let me know if you can hear me, Seren. How's everything looking out there in the ocean?
This is fun to see.
Dan, I can hear you loud and clear. We're sitting in about 8-foot waves, but it's looking like a clear day, ready for a ship to come on through.
All right, man. How many of these have you done? And like, walk us through. What's the recovery team's primary job out there?
I've done 6 and now 7 of these missions. And
sorry.
With every mission we've seen it evolve.
I know you wanted to do the 6-7.
And but our primary goal has always been to clear the range. So just like we do over in the Gulf, the same kind of happens here. We send 1 to 2 boats out and we make sure there's nothing in the area so the rocket is clear to land. And then once we can guarantee that and have the rocket leave the pad, then we can proceed to imagery collection. So we have like
Oh.
All right, we'll see if we can get him back. But
He cut
they're
out.
out there in the Indian Ocean. I think everyone's familiar. They've got the buoy cams. They've got the drones that are going to be going up. So we're going to be cutting back to them live once they get. They've been doing
what a
some
cool shot.
practice stuff.
It is
we've
really
been
cool to
able
see
to shoot
this.
some of
The
this. And there you can
buoys,
see
wow.
Seren getting those buoy boats. So they're basically out there. They're deploying these boats in the splashdown zone.
Yeah, they got the Starlink
if you
on
get
there.
a live view from one of these boats,
This
that
is
tells
cool to
you
see
that
the
we're
big
pretty much
microphones.
nailing our target on that.
It's kind of look like little kiddie
and then Seren
pools.
and a couple of our other recovery folks out there are going to be flying drones to hopefully get that imagery of Starship coming back. It's,
they got little, like,
it's super
pontoons down
critical
there, too.
for us to see just how that heat shield performed after re-entry, and just having them out there remote just in the middle of nowhere plays just a really critical role in just rapid iteration
They got like a big
on Starship and its
propeller on
heat
the end of
shield.
the
So,
pole.
looking forward to
It's really
hopefully
interesting
seeing
to
some
see. I'm glad they're
views
showing us more
from
footage about
them
that.
a little bit later. But for now, let's head back down to Kate and Jake for the latest progress at Cape Canaveral.
To be honest,
in
though, I'd
Florida.
prefer to see HLS
Thanks,
rather
Dan.
than the
now,
buoy
if we want to get to the
team,
moon and
even though
then
that's kinda
Mars
cool.
as fast as possible, there's really only one answer: launch a lot more rockets.
Yeah, to do that, we're going to need a few more launch pads and support buildings,
Ooh, are they talking
which is
about,
exactly what
Louisiana?
we're working on over in Florida.
Oh,
So originally
Florida,
built for
okay.
Apollo and then the space shuttle,
They just bought
Launch
more land
Complex
in Louisiana. I was
39A
wondering
has
if you were
flown
gonna talk about that.
126 Falcon missions since SpaceX reactivated the pad in 2017.
Yeah, it's crazy that it's that many. Fun fact, I actually hosted the live webcast for our very first launch at Pad 39A, and it was so exciting to see that come back to life. It's also exciting to see how
They're
today,
really building in
almost
Florida.
10 years later, the ongoing construction and development that will bring a second launch tower
What
to
explosion
Launch
tomorrow.
Complex 39A. You can see it ongoing there on your screen. It's designed
Oh
to
yeah,
expand our
2,500 Starship
capabilities
launches
to
a year?
support
Hell yeah,
Starship
let's do
launches
it.
in the future, while also continuing to support
think they can
Falcon
do it.
Heavy missions
They already
from
do
the
so many
original Apollo
Falcon
shuttle
9s, and
Falcon
Falcon
launch
9
tower.
is not even fully reusable.
Yeah, and we're also building a
still
Starship
gotta, like,
launch
do
pad
some,
at
like,
Slick
refurbishment
37.
and engine swaps
And to
and
support the
stuff.
uptick in future launches, there's Giga
What a
Bay,
shot.
a giant assembly and maintenance facility designed to
Beautiful.
prep Starships ahead of Florida launches. And
They were
when
giving us
complete,
so much good
this
footage.
huge structure aims to hold 24 work cells in over 800,000
Crater, do
square
you know what
feet
you're
of
talking
work
about?
space.
It's not tomorrow,
That's
it's
24
today.
rockets under one roof.
Crater, you're like
Absolutely
dooming, but
crazy.
you don't even know like what's going on.
So SpaceX's future in Florida is quickly taking shape with our very first launches on the horizon.
Yes, a horizon that aims for regular trips to the moon. Now, staying with the lunar conversation,
show
we're
us
going to head back up
HLS.
to Dan, who has Starship Vice President of Engineering, Bill Riley, our favorite webcast visitor, to talk about the moon.
Ooh,
That's
we
right,
might
Kate.
actually get some
crashing
stuff.
the webcast again. Bill Riley, VP
Exciting.
of Starship Engineering. Thanks for coming, Bill. We wanted like a couple of minutes to geek out about the moon. Like Artemis 2 just flew humans around the moon for the first time in like 50 years, more than 50 years. I personally was wildly caught up in it. I don't know how you felt about the whole thing.
Yeah, I found it really inspirational. I
dooming.
think
It's not
part
the
of being
V2
a
era,
spacefaring
yeah.
civilization
If
is
it blows
being
up,
out
then we
there
could do it,
exploring,
but
and I
not
thought
yet.
Artemis 2 got us
V3 might
back
be
to the
different.
moon and back exploring and being out farther than we had been before.
It's always wild when you see space stuff kind of break through into the mainstream, and like it felt like that really did it. And
With
I mean,
Artemis 2, yeah.
that's going to continue happening. We're looking at the
Please
higher
tell us
cadence
about
of missions
HLS,
in
Artemis
Artemis,
3,
and Starship
anything.
obviously going to play a pretty big role in the entire Artemis program. But like, what's kind of next on the horizon?
I think what's exciting about Artemis 3 is you'll see
Yes.
the landers introduced now. So it,
Yes.
you know,
Talk
maybe
about
we're
it.
talking to NASA about doing an Earth orbit rendezvous where the Starship-based lander could be in proximity to Orion or even more. I think that's really the next step. Prove out those landers close to home in Earth orbit, and then looking ahead, going to the moon.
And we're debuting V3
Oh.
now. And
Wow,
just some of the
HLS on a
stuff
V3
that's
booster
now
looks
on
pretty
this
sick.
version of
'Cause HLS
Starship
also
is
has
going
the
to
black
directly
paint
enable
that the
some of that, or
booster
it's planned
has.
to, correct?
That's right. So
Wow, they
V3
really
is
match.
exciting because it really introduces a lot of, it's designed to introduce all these fundamental foundational features that allow us to go out past the Earth. So for example, there's many features, but some that are visible are the docking adapters below the PEZ door that you'll notice on the
Kind of interesting how HLS doesn't have the docking adapters.
And
I
then
wonder how it
as we
docks
look
to the
out past
depot.
V3, there's other configurations of Starship. There is a tanker that takes the propellant to dock with the lander that will land on the moon. And that, think of the on-orbit propellant transfer as sort of like the gas station in the sky. And then that gas station will be what we call the depot.
And then the
No,
plan
that's a
now,
Tim Dodd
and the
fanfic. They're
plan's
not
been,
doing
but it's
short
really emphasized now.
HLS.
We're not just going for flags and footprints. We're talking permanent
Yes.
infrastructure.
I mean, we've
on
seen
the
this
moon,
render
right?
before, but it's pretty cool.
That's right. We have to build
Interesting
up
that
to
they're
that
doing
capacity.
Falcon 9
So
style
the first
landing. I
landers
think
will
that's
be,
a new.
you know,
That's new.
a new set of boot prints to kind of start a
Yeah.
new generation.
I was
of
always wondering how
explorers.
they're gonna fold
Then
those
we'll
out. I guess
build
they're just doing
into
Falcon 9
cargo
landing
landers like you see here, maybe bringing down a rover to the surface. Some infrastructure might even be staying inside the landers. And then as we look to an even brighter future, having a permanent presence in a moon base.
Yeah, I'm ready for the moon base.
Ooh, that's a new render.
I need to go to the moon. That's
cool.
definitely in my. It sounds like a hell of a week-long vacation or one heck of a trip. But
wow, these are.
and I mean, this is like
accelerating.
This
These
is
are
the
launch
next step
rails
on making life
for like
multiplanetary, right?
Absolutely, it's literally the next
stuff built on the moon to
planetary
accelerate
body we
to
need to
lunar
get
orbit.
to. So.
All right.
And that's
well,
like O'Neill.
Thank you so
level
much,
stuff.
Bill. I'm gonna let you jump
That's
back
what,
in there as
thank
we
you.
get ready
O'Neill
to
was
launch
talking
this
about.
rocket. Thanks for nerding out on the moon with me for a couple of minutes. But
I mean,
we're
kind of
not
a
done.
far
We got
future
a little bit
render,
more
but
cool
still
news.
kind of cool to see.
Stick around.
Nothing HLS
Last
that's
year,
new,
the
though.
From 2 crew made history. They were the first astronauts ever to explore Earth's polar regions from space in Dragon. I got to catch up with that mission commander from that, Chun Wang. He was visiting one of the most remote places on the planet, and he had some exciting news.
Oh, I remember this guy. When I went to
Awesome to talk to you. Start me off.
here
Where
he
the
is.
heck are you right now?
Thank you for joining me to Bouvet Island, and this isolated island in the South Atlantic. It's arguably the most remote island in the world.
It looks super isolated. You're only there with a couple of people. Kind of feels like a space mission to me. So
Okay, that's not really
let's
that
just
issue.
jump right
He's
in.
on an
You
island
are
in
going to
the
be
middle
on
of
the
nowhere.
first.
But here's a funny story about this guy. Wait, what?
On a starship.
So it's going to be a
What?
flyby
This is new?
mission of Mars. So,
What?
A lot of people are talking about how Mars will be like.
He's doing a
we're
flyby
gonna,
mission to Mars?
fly
That
to
is
Mars, we're
new.
gonna
That's
land
just
on
they're
Mars, we're
announcing
gonna
that
build
now?
city on Mars. But,
Holy moly!
let's get it started with a flyby.
No way.
Doing a
This guy has
flyby
so
of
many
Mars,
billions of dollars. I
that's-
guess he's
I mean,
funding
that's a
it.
heck of a trip, but you're kind of.
This
you're
is
kind
like one of the
built
first
for
guys
this
to
kind of
invest in
mission,
Bitcoin,
right?
so you know he
Because
has the money.
You're not landing on the surface.
He
You're
did
kinda,
a
you spend
Dragon
a
mission
long time
Fram,
going out
too.
there. You're going to fly by it. It's going to be like just an insane couple of hours, and then it's a
This
big
is the
trip
biggest
back home.
announcement on a Starship
How are
stream,
you
I think.
kind of
Holy crap!
built to handle this kind of a journey.
This actually my style of spiral. I can stare at the
Holy
view,
moly!
on airplanes.
We all
all
saw
the
this
way,
live. Yeah, this is even crazier than the
takeoff
Starship
to
Flight
landing.
itself. No
So
matter what
I
happens,
think
this
I'm
is
gonna
it.
enjoy the trip.
So it's not just the Mars flight. You're also going to be taking a trip around the moon, right? So kind of do that step before heading all the way out to Mars.
Holy moly! I
Yeah,
mean, that is
because,
pretty feasible
even though
near
it's,
term. The Delta
it's
V
a
is similar to the
flyby,
moon.
it will try
And a
a lot of things that
flyby
never been
with
attempted before.
humans, that's
How
a
do
lot
you
less
kind
risky
of
than a landing
see
because you can
these
get back
types of
easily.
missions in
Holy
the
moly!
grand
We were just
scheme
talking
of
about a
everything.
Venus flyby and how that's a
It's,
similar Delta
it will light
V2.
the fire. It
Holy
will
crap!
ignite, imagination.
I hope this doesn't
And
end up
it's
like
a
Dear
very
Moon. I
Olympic.
can't be a doomer though. This guy actually flies his
after we,
missions, so we'll see.
Come back from Mars, you'll have an opportunity to take some real photos.
That's actually a pretty good test too of long duration Starship flights.
It will become reality.
Well, Chun, thanks for
Holy
calling
moly,
in from,
guys.
you know,
What an
the other side of
announcement.
the planet. Super cool location, super cool to talk to you, and I mean exciting. You're going to get on
Did they
Starship.
say what
you're
year?
Gonna go around the moon and then do the first flyby of Mars. It's insane.
Dear Moon, Dear
looking
Moon
forward to
canceled,
that.
or
Oh,
whatever
man.
Chun's doing
Fireworks
is my
indeed.
friend.
Just incredible.
What
to
an
be one of
announcement.
the
Holy
first
moly.
humans
Mars
to become
flyby
an
with humans.
interplanetary traveler, while also joining Starship's first mission to fly past the moon.
Holy
Chun
crap.
is certainly a one-of-a-kind explorer. And it's even more exciting to know everyone can join a future Starship mission.
Yeah. If what you just heard excites you, challenges you, inspires you, we'd like to hear from you. Come join our team. Be one of the people
Wow.
walking past us out to the lawn to watch the world's best rocket launch. Help shape the literal future of humanity. Now, we need the best and the brightest, and we need you right now.
Yeah, and we have tons of openings all across the company where we're looking for talented engineers and
I
technicians.
cannot believe they
at
just
all of our
announced that. I'm
sites,
still like processing
including
that.
McGregor, Texas, where we test
Mars
every single
flyby.
one of these Raptor V3 engines behind us. Bastrop, Texas, where we build and assemble Starlink user
I
terminals.
do not want SpaceX to get to Mars
we
before a
also need
NASA
help
launch
up
vehicle.
in Redmond, Washington. That's
Well, you know,
Starlink's
they
global
did have
headquarters,
a
where, among
plan
other
for that
things,
with
we
Boeing. They
manufacture
were going to do a
Starlink
Orion
satellites.
launch
If you
where
like
they
the
have
fall
it
weather, that
connect
might
to
be the
a
place for
Boeing,
you. And
like
as
an
you've
inflatable
seen
module,
throughout today's show,
and it's sort of going to
there
be based
is
off
a
of
tremendous amount
Gateway's
of
propulsion module. I mean, if they're canceling Gateway, they can reuse it to do a Mars flyby. That would actually be pretty cool. Jared Isaac's got to lock in on that repurposed Gateway for a Mars flyby. Deal for All Mankind thing where they do it the same year. That would be pretty sick. They leave at the same time and they do their flybys at the same time. That would actually be insane. I would love to see that. I mean, that is possible. They have the hardware. It's kind of built. It is probably... They could probably get that faster than Starship. But I don't know. It takes them a lot of time to reconfigure stuff, so who knows. Let me find the render of it, because I was actually I found this from someone who went to a convention. This was the only place they were showing it. Now I'll keep the stream going, or the SpaceX stream.
Minutes from now. It's pretty exciting stuff.
It's pretty exciting, and
let me show
as
the
a reminder,
video
we're
here.
only a mile and a half away here, so we are very close, about as close as you can be, and we're definitely expecting to feel it.
Yeah, I'll put this up at the same time. This is an actual. Oops,
Hi.
sorry.
Do we have a mic?
Oh, what's going on here?
Oh,
it's what's her name? The freaking. Oh, whoa! Just wait, I forgot who her name is.
Welcome,
Nicki Minaj. I'm not really into
nice
music.
to have you here.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Oh my gosh. What do you think the Barbs are
Get
going to
Logan
say
in
when
here.
they see you
Matthew,
here at
it's starting in
Starbase?
7 minutes.
They better say all good things.
He's not here, so he does know. He's watching the live stream.
But they're gonna be excited, and they're probably gonna
Do you know
wanna
this
come
is
themselves
Nicki Minaj,
next
right? I'm not
time.
really into music, but that's
I mean,
her, right?
anybody can
That's
come
Nicki Minaj.
and
Because she made the
watch
song
the
Starships
launches.
Were Meant to
It's
Fly.
super
Sorry guys, I'm
accessible to
really
the public,
illiterate
so
when it comes to
we
pop stars or
welcome
whatever. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay,
I'm sorry. I think this is.
I don't know Nicki Minaj.
I am so sorry to all her fans.
So
I think that is.
that
It
number
could
right
be.
there in the top left
Oh, I
corner.
don't-
Wait.
6.5 minutes.
6 minutes.
Oh, she's gonna be
left. Oh my
launching the
gosh,
launch.
this
That is so
historic.
crazy.
This is a major moment, y'all.
Yeah.
It is.
Is this your first rocket launch that you've seen live?
Yes.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
Oh
How
my
do you feel?
gosh, this is a crazy
Very,
live
very
stream. There's so many
exciting.
crazy
And
things. Oh, her mic just cut out.
Might be like.
I just noticed your shirt. You've got the right
Starships
flag.
Meant to Fly. Oh yeah, because she made
I
that
love
song.
this shirt.
It's a great shirt.
She's
I
got a
have one as
Starship
well.
shirt.
And it's a great name, Starship.
Yep.
I mean,
She made the song.
how did you predict the future? Starships are meant to fly.
Yep.
I do
Okay.
not know. But major shout out to Elon. Elon, thank you for everything that you're doing.
Did he invite her
for
out here?
humanity.
He's the man, for sure.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much.
All right, I'll see you guys
We want to
later.
watch the launch with
That'd
you,
be Nicki,
so
I guess.
we'll
Nicki Minaj.
take this back because this is too loud to take outside.
Wow, that's
Wow,
crazy.
what
So
a
you're just gonna
moment.
be here to watch the
And
launch
with
in 5
that
minutes.
Great timing,
Wow.
We're now
That's
at
nice.
5.5 minutes.
Anyway, guys,
This
sorry
brings us into
I wasn't able to show
terminal
this video here.
Dan,
But this
man,
is the Mars flyby I was
anticipation
talking
is
about that
certainly growing
Boeing was
here
planning.
in the lobby and
It's a
out on
very
the
low
lawn.
quality
What
because
is
this
it
was
like
only
up
shown
there?
at an industry convention that someone took.
we are ready
But this
to
is
go.
Gateway to Ride. This
We
is
are
a similar
getting into
propulsion
the
segment to
final
Gateway, the
phase
same
of
solar
our
panels and
propellant
Orion
loading.
and stuff.
We are
But they're basically going to do a
almost
Mars
entirely full
flyby,
on ship
and
on
also
our
they'd
main,
collect the
still doing
sample
header
return
tanks, and we're
from
looking well in
that
excess
one
of
sample
90%
return
of the
thing.
booster, so we are looking
Pretty
good.
cool. It'd be kind of
Still
fun
not
to do this
tracking
simultaneously
any
with the
range, any
Starship
weather
flyby
issues
they're
today,
planning.
not tracking any
And doing a Starship flyby
problems on the
before
vehicle, on
a
the
landing
launch
makes
pad
so much
looking
sense
good
too.
for liftoff
It's
in
kind of
just
crazy
under
that
5
they're actually
minutes.
planning that
Once
soon.
we're done with propellant loading on the booster, you have over 11.5 million pounds of that liquid methane, liquid oxygen.
What the hell am I
on those
watching?
2
That
stages.
sorry, we were talking
After
about
that, we have to essentially get the
Mars
pad ready
flybys
for
because
launch. We'll do something called
they just announced
pushbacks
that. I don't know if you're here
all
just
of
for that,
those
but they just
lines
announced that they're going to do
running
that with
underground
Chun,
from
the guy who
Colin
did
Farm
Fram,
up to the vehicle.
and they're going to do
They're
a
gonna clear back, they're
flyby
gonna
with
push all
Starship
that
manned,
back
and we were
into
just talking
kind of
about
bunker
the
area,
NASA plan for that,
around
and it
the
would be
prop
cool if
farm,
NASA did that at the
and
same
just
time because that
basically
is an
get the pad
official
ready.
plan that
We'll
they
see the
were
vehicles
studying.
do their final thrust vector
Get
control
Logan in here,
checkout.
please, 'cause
So
it's
when we
launching in 4 minutes.
snoop in, we should see the engines do kind of
We have
final
another
wiggle
guy
checks.
here, IRL,
That's
that's
how
going to
we
be here.
steer the
We're having a
rocket.
little bit of a
We're gonna do
launch
those
party.
about T-minus 100
Hello.
seconds, so a minute 40, and then once we pass the T-minus 40-second gate.
It
If
is
we
very
do
small
need
for
to
the time of
hold,
the trip. I would
that
much
is
rather
still
take a
built in
Starship
at
there.
T-minus 40
But
seconds.
I mean,
It's
you're an
built into the
astronaut, so
countdown. We can
taking a
pause
little
if we
tin
need
can
anything like
all the
those
way to Mars is
pushbacks
kind of your
complete.
job.
If we need
T
anything on
minus
the
4
rocket to get
minutes.
Ready. We can hold there.
Oh, this is
We'll
crazy.
only stop if
Almost
we have
finished with
an issue.
propellant load.
Not currently tracking one. We have one item that might hold us up a little bit, just based off of what.
If this explodes, I will be disappointed. Me too. But this is V3, and this is like extremely finalized. Hopefully, we'll see. If it explodes, it might be the same as the previous two, where there were 3 failures before they got a success.
Will happen in rapid succession.
Matt Lown is definitely going to try to do the flyby in KSP in the next month. I'm gonna. You know what? I should do that. I should make a little cinematic of a Starship flyby. Just like hop on that first. Be the first to do the actual mission plan. That would be awesome. That's a good idea.
Both the ship and the
I'll beat
booster
Matt Lown to
configure
that
their
any
comm
day.
systems for flight.
Treating them
and
worse
are
than the
rapidly
Kerbals.
running leak checks
I mean,
on
at least
gas
they give
and
them a
fluid
module
tanks.
besides
The
Orion.
booster goes to
Orion
internal
itself
power
would be
and its
kind of
engines get their
crazy.
final priming for launch, while the ship's engines begin their ascent
The
bleed
cargo bay
profile
looks kind of small.
and
The
arms
door
the
is small. The
automatic
cargo
flight
bay is
safety
huge.
system.
But
Yeah,
the
and
Starlinks
once we
are flat
pass
packs, so
T-minus
it
40
doesn't need to be
seconds,
big.
we still have the ability to rapidly recycle the
We
count
low-key
under
need this
certain
for Artemis,
conditions
better not
back
explode.
to T-minus
True.
40 seconds,
Very
and hold
true.
there to assess what
Although
happened,
a good thing
review
about
the
this
data,
is that
and decide
they
if
have
we
so
can
many
proceed
of these. They
again
have
all
like a
the
whole
way down
factory
to
with more of these
T0.
boosters and
We
ships. So
estimate we
even
have
if it does
around 5
explode,
minutes of hold time there.
hopefully there's gonna be another one soon.
The
Okay,
flame
by the way,
diverter
guys,
pump
we're gonna have
had
5
activates
minutes
at
to
around
this.
T-minus 17 seconds, and it enters what is
Marvelistic
essentially
Vader,
the point of
hello.
no
That's
return
Jason, by the way,
at
guys, my
T-minus
IRL
10
friend. I don't
seconds.
know if he wants me to say
And
his
there's a
name,
chance
but I
we
just
could
said it, so
recycle,
oops.
but the closer we get to T-minus 10,
Everyone say
the
hi to
lower that
Marvelistic
chance
Vader, he's pretty
becomes.
cool.
Alright, we are
Okay,
coming up
Crater
on
Inc.
2
42,
minutes.
stop
We
rage
have
baiting.
completed
I hope it
the
ends up missing the
on the
ocean.
booster.
Come on, man.
Just shut down the fuel pump for loading on.
Crater is a Blue Origin employee. Even the Blue Origin employees are like Team Space, though, or even
minutes
Space,
to go.
and even
One
NASA too. They're
kind
like
of
cheering each other
exciting
on.
aspect of
By the way,
V3,
for
we're
Artemis,
gonna
we're gonna
start the
need
engines
Starship.
up
I don't
in
know
kind
what
of
you
different
want. Do you want
sets.
China to win? I don't
33 of
know.
Those Raptors gonna turn on all at once. You're gonna see the booster move off the pad a whole lot quicker.
Oop, resolution
Once again,
just
if
dropped
you've
by a
just joined
bit.
us, this is the first flight for version 3
I'm gonna
of
call
Starship.
Logan. He's in the other room still working
The
on his
ship,
edit.
which is the upper part, the black part there at the top. The booster, which is the
Tell him it's like lifting off in a minute. Oh wait a minute, sorry.
as the launch pad that you see
I
it sitting
accident-
at, as well as the engines that
I did
power
not
both
know that would
the
show up
ship
on my
and the
computer in my main screen.
Today's test flight is
It's
a
fine.
massive step forward in our developmental program.
There he is.
All
Logan,
right,
it's lifting off in a
coming up
minute.
Here on T-minus 1 minute. So let's
All
go
right,
to the
guys,
pad,
Logan's here.
let
He's
the
working
rocket
on his
do
edit,
the
but he's
talking,
pausing
and
just for a moment to
V3
watch
fully
this.
comes alive.
Oh man. I'm only anti-Boeing space because of what happened with Starliner's thrusters. Starlink is a major L for them, but let's not talk about that now. Here it goes. Oh my gosh. V3, I can't believe it's finally happening. Oh ho 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 ho.
Alright, so we did hit the hold at T-minus 40. Again, this
Okay,
is
yeah, that's
something
planned hold.
that is built into the
Where are they
timeline.
holding at? I can't hear.
Not surprising.
They're holding
as
for
we are
5
doing
minutes, I
this-
believe.
this first
So add on 5 minutes to whatever's
flight off of
there.
pad 2.
34.
Sounds like we might already be clear. We held for a second just to make sure that the quick disconnect vents
It might be
were
even less than 5
basically
minutes.
ready
They
for
could
their
start
final
going soon.
throwbacks.
Who knows?
So we'll hang tight for a couple of seconds.
I'm trying to fix
I think we're about to reset.
Fuck
And the
off.
reset
Oh,
is
here we go. We're going.
counting down.
Here we go, baby.
First
Yes,
flight of
okay.
Starship
Get back
V3.
on. I heard something. Are they going to stop
Alright,
the pause?
so hold here for a second. Looks like
Okay, they said we
we're
are going and
still
then we're not
managing
going.
some pressures in the ship. Quick disconnect.
Man, if this succeeds, this will be the first version of a Starship that has like success right off the bat. And if not, it'll
Alright,
follow
still
the
gonna hang
previous
out
ones.
for a couple of seconds here at T-minus 40.
Man, all my group chats,
Again,
all my
not,
spitter
not
group chats are
surprising.
lighting up.
This is new vehicle, new pad, doing all these things for the very first time. Right now we are holding, looking at some pressures in the quick disconnect and hold reset.
Okay,
And
it's
we're
counting down again. Here we go.
Here we go, baby.
Crater Inc. 42 just said something that got censored.
Flight directors, go up to launch.
Awaiting.
Okay, here we go. Oh.
Back to rapid recycle, so we're gonna hold it.
The number down there is
41.
paused again. Yeah, 40 is their
We're at
go-to
the
hold
launch.
time.
We're at the launch UI now, but we're stuck up.
Hang tight for a second. We'll see what tripped this last one.
What are we doing?
A reminder, we can hang out for quite a few minutes
Back
at
to
T-minus
hold.
40 if we need the extra time.
It might be 5 minutes after all that they're
40
not
waiting here.
actively loading
40,
propellant
down
onto the
1
vehicle
second.
anymore.
And I'm in
so
an
the
edging
main thing you're kind
competition.
of keeping an eye
Why
on
would they do
Starship.
that? It moved from
temperatures
41 to
inside
40,
this
and then
propellant
it's
tank.
Well,
paused
40
again.
is their go-to hold time, so they
what's
I guess they just
41?
adjusted it for some reason.
It's like, no, we need to tempt you a little bit.
Mhm.
Gonna go 1 second.
Edging the launch.
Oh, they put a
great.
pause symbol so you actually know if it's moving or not.
Yeah.
Okay, neat.
There's a guy currently flying over Starbase in like a bad piggy's contraption where it's like a wing and like a seat and that's it.
my lord.
Keaton Hare. That's a cool video to check out. I
Great
wonder if he's
Aeronautics
gonna...
release.
Yeah, he's flying in one of those Great Aeronautics ships where it's just a seat and a wing.
Alright, we're continuing to hang
you
out
get
here
the
at
glitched
T-minus
handle.
40.
Karaji said something funny about that. SpaceX couldn't afford the WB-57, so they're using their own WB, White Boy 57. Man, it literally is just a propeller, a seat, and a
New
plane.
RGV view. RGV aerial photography
Taking
went
a
hard
look
with this
right
latest
now
one. man.
at our diverter, so that
We got some guy out
water
there in creative
diverter
mode.
underneath the system did trip a hold. But
Okay, it's
that
a
basically
problem
just
with the
gives
diverter,
team
I'm hearing.
That was
chance
happened
to
during
look
the
at it,
static
see if
fires.
it's
Yeah.
something
They're like,
that we
"Ooh,
need
It was
to
a
go
pad
through
site
data
issue
The
last
pressure
time.
was off from what
Clear
we
this hole.
believed it should have been. Like,
So continuing to hang tight, T-minus 40 seconds.
what
Starship
I
and
find
super
most
heavy.
crazy is the thing you don't think will break.
Fully loaded
Is
on
probably
the
what's
pad.
holding it.
Yeah.
Not the more
Oh,
complex
we're
thing.
counting down again. I hear
Okay.
sounds
Here we
again.
go.
Okay, here we go. Don't erupt.
Here we go,
because
guys. It's
text
happening.
behind
We're
you.
counting.
no,
30
no.
seconds. It's happening.
Here we go.
Happening.
Oh no! The edging again!
They baited you. They heard
Oh
you.
my
Gene.
gosh.
SpaceX, why do you hate Gene?
It's
Kick
like,
back,
oh,
rapid
Gene's hyped again. I
recycle
gotta stop
again.
it.
It stopped again. Oh my gosh.
Again,
Maybe
just
this
a
is
reminder.
stuff, man.
I'm not gonna
Set
jump
up
up
a
No,
or
so
forward
you
down.
can
pad.
lean against
The
it.
Oh,
rocket.
okay.
You're gonna get your like
Learning
ass
new things
impaled.
about this
Oh.
hardware. in the
Hopefully
flight
nothing bad
environment.
happens.
Whoa, no. You're gonna lean on this. Loop.
Taking a look at some of the sensors on the arm that manages to quick disconnect to the
Hide
ship.
your damn taskbar. How do I do? Oh, there we go. Sorry, guys. Thank you so much. I didn't want that to happen during the flight. I didn't even notice that.
Genius.
That's very loud. on
I'm
the
sorry.
microphone.
I'm sorry.
Promise we're not just trying to prolong
Thank you
the
for telling me. Yes, I
Team's
hid
taking a
my
look.
taskbar. Yeah, these guys are like KSP guys that are like talking about. Oh, Tiago's here. He said hi,
Got
Logan.
a couple more
Hi,
minutes
Tiago.
where we can hang out here.
This is live,
I like to do that.
An unlimited
but we are
time
currently
to
being
test
live
laws of
edged
40
because they
we're
keep
going
counting
on
down and
on
then
the
stopping at 40.
temperatures inside the vehicles. So we've got
Professional YouTuber. I mean,
we
come
have
on, guys.
3
I just
minutes
started like
or
a
so
couple weeks
left of
ago.
the
John
time.
YouTube.
John YouTube.
Oh, Logan, were you watching the announcement of the Mars flyby?
Yeah, the
Team's
there was
taking a
this
look
Chun guy.
at the whole
Yeah, the
trip
same guy that we
on
saw
that
in
arm for the quick
That
disconnect.
the
everyone forgot
Astro
about.
Awards. I saw that guy in person.
Oh, you met him?
Well, I didn't like talk to him, but
You
I
were within
I was,
500 feet
I was
of him,
within
though.
500 feet. Of him, yeah. It was really funny. Tiago's
That's a
at the
good
dentist.
enough claim.
Very
Oh,
cool,
I
Tiago.
rip. I feel you, man. I was just at that a few days ago.
The dentist sucks.
It's like the worst outcome you could be at right now.
Wait, what? Did he get his teeth?
No,
cleaned?
he's just at the dentist.
Oh.
Whatever. It's not gonna do.
Hopefully he gets his teeth cleaned, because that's like the easiest.
That's what they do.
How many?
Continuing to hold, got a
What are you
couple
guys'
minutes to
predictions for
try
the
and
flight?
clear this issue.
Full success. Is it gonna make it to
Hopefully
orbit?
it's successful.
I don't see any reason why not. It is a clean.
It's not
sheet
orbital
thing,
though, right?
Oh, I mean, none of them are. Careful with the microphone here.
I like that setup.
Yeah.
Any second,
She
guys.
might lag for a second, but oh no, it's back.
Yeah, good thing we're adjusting this before the launch. They're actually giving us some time. Crater keeps saying stuff that gets like censored.
Yeah, I turned on the like basic like moderation thing. Hold
Yeah,
things
if you
potentially
swear or like say like bad
slurs,
stuff,
like,
careful,
Minus
guys.
40, still troubleshooting this
I
issue.
wonder if it's possible for me to see what it is though, as a manager.
Probably got about a minute
What's
or a
this
minute and a half
Message
left of hold
retracted.
time.
88 people watching your stream, Gene.
Thank you guys for
85.
being here.
permanent pause or something. Nah, it's New Glenn.
Although one big difference from New Glenn, by the way, guys, I recently just saw my very first rocket launch ever because I live in Hawaii, so it's kind of hard for me to go out to see launches. Ooh, that's a cool view. But New Glenn, it's kind of crazy. It crawls off the pad. It's so slow off the pad. Starship, this V2, because the upgraded engines have I know. We saw this earlier though.
Yeah.
It's gonna be cool to see that during flight. But the upgraded engines on V3 are the much more powerful ones, and this thing's gonna fly off the pad, especially since V2 already actually had a pretty good thrust to weight ratio. Although that is because this thing only has however much these Starlinks weigh, which isn't its full payload capacity. 100 tons is probably going to be closer to the previous thrust to weight ratios. Cinema. It is cinema. I mean, I can't wait to see the after the fact footage, because on the stream it's of course lower resolution and it's only the cameras that they can get live. The expected launch thrust to weight, I kind of got to do the calculations for that.
I really don't know.
I don't know that one
minus
either.
40.
What's the calculation? You got to get the weight versus thrust, and then I don't even know.
Have Luke Glacier do these calculations for you.
Yeah, we're just gonna see. Honestly, I don't want to open my calculator app and figure that out. Let's just see the thrust to weight.
It's like it weighs this much, but wait, how much does it weigh? What is it, 5,000 tons, something like that?
I don't know.
What, off the top of
It
your head.
also, by the way, it does have more propellant too, so it isn't 100%.
So let's say 5,100 tons, and I remember seeing somewhere in writing that it was like
The smoke is
1,000
normal.
tons.
That's just venting. This is super chilled propellant and.
So if you have 5,100, let's just assume 5,100 tons of weight, and you have 9,000 tons of force pushing it.
Well, I don't know. We got to find actual numbers if we're gonna do.
Then the difference. I'm just assuming here, based on what I've seen.
The difference
then
is
I'm
how.
assuming the difference is how much extra you get, and that difference will equate.
While we do
what
that,
you
the
with
team's looking at
which is
looking at temperatures of the propellant
9,000
inside those tanks. We kind of check that again.
I think it's gonna be higher than
Simulations
1.6.
that we've
So,
run in the
I think it's
past,
1.8.
There's some margin in those.
1.8.
If
We're
it's
still holding
5,100
no
and you
decision
take
yet.
9,000.
It's gonna
how
be
much
on the
extra
higher
beyond
end, yeah.
5,100. Yeah.
That's not ITAR info. That's something you can see just by like looking at it
What
when it
is?
launches. So dude said that's ITAR.
like
I
we
think he
have
might be
what
joking.
is it?
Oh, here we go. We're counting down again.
Oh,
it just
here we
happened.
go.
Okay, guys, we're back. We're back. Sorry.
It's like waiting for the GTA 6 trailer. I'm done. I'm done with the hopium, man.
Please don't. If they go back to 40, I'm gonna smash my desk into. Oh my gosh! Just as I said,
Are they
you
giving
gotta
us
be
reason?
kidding me.
Are they giving us reasons?
Oh.
Are they giving us reasons?
Literally, as I said, if it goes
Are
back
they
to 40,
giving
I'm
us
gonna smash
reasons?
my
Are
desk.
they giving us
Back
reasons?
at our
Seriously,
minus
though.
40 hold.
They're baiting.
Oh, why even start it if you're not sure? Oh my
This is
gosh!
launch bait. This is
This
launch
is like
bait.
the 5th time this has
I'm about
happened.
to like.
This
They
is
don't even
genuine
make
launch
it to
bait.
like T minus like 10. It's always like T minus 30, then it goes back to 40. Oh, smash the desk! Someone said it's gonna be not good on the microphone.
Pick up the microphone.
I'll pick it up and then you can do your thing.
I got like Legos and stuff on my desk.
No, yeah, so it has a big Enterprise thing, like, or Star Trek thing, like, or it probably will fall if we hit the desk
It
yard.
is sounding
You also
like
got a
we are not
NASA
going to be able to
NASA
clear this
building.
issue in time
That's a
today.
nice
What am I hearing?
So we are going to be standing down.
No! It's a scrub!
What? You serious?
We're standing down. You gotta be kidding me.
So
What, you
if
serious?
If you're just now joining
No!
us, we got the
No
vehicle
way in hell,
fully
no
loaded. We
way.
hit a
Oh
couple of
my
different holds
gosh.
as we work through that count.
What?
Again,
You serious?
It's probably on the,
a lot about these systems.
the
as
launch
we
stands
execute
end.
them for
Just
the
like with the
first time,
test.
and
What'd you
we're
say?
not able to
I don't
basically
know.
troubleshoot all of these issues.
They're
in
not able
those
to
final
troubleshoot.
seconds to get to launch. But that essentially makes this a wet dress rehearsal.
Destroy the
We're able
pad,
to
just
fully
do
load
it.
the vehicle,
So they're
and
saying
we're
this
gonna
is
take
now
the
just a
time now,
wet dress
figure out what
rehearsal.
tripped us
Oh,
up
come
before
on.
launch,
Oh my lord.
and then actually get into.
Dude,
Tiago is like really
we have the
happy.
ability
Because he,
Of
he
course
doesn't,
he is.
Because he doesn't have to watch it at the
We are
dentist
expecting
chair.
Yeah.
to be
Oh,
able to
okay.
make
Well,
another
good for
flight
him, I
attempt
guess.
tomorrow.
Dude,
But obviously, stay
I
tuned
came
to
out all the way
our
here
social
expecting a rocket
media
launch.
It's
at
okay.
SpaceX on
It's-
X.
No, it's
and
no,
our
it's not.
Oh my gosh. Thank you guys for tuning in. Oh, this sucks. You guys want to go
Hey,
direct?
tomorrow you'll see my edit.
Yeah. That's true.
Oh yeah, that's yeah.
So that's kind of a good thing for you, actually, Logan.
If you guys are here early, you'll see it. For those lucky enough to see it.
Oh, that was really funny, though, the part where I said T minus if it goes back to T-40, I'm gonna smash my desk, and right as I say that, it goes back to T-40.
God said, okay, bet.
Well, I mean, it's the first flight of this pad, the first flight of V3.
I
so
don't blame him. I would be
it's to
more
be
mad if it
expected.
was the previous thing and not a V3. I was like, come on.
Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Catch you tomorrow.
Yeah, hopefully we can get 86
What is their
concurrent
next launch
viewers
opportunity?
next time.
What did they say was their next launch opportunity?
Tomorrow, they said.
Tomorrow? Okay. Same time? Ooh, that's giving me trypophobia.
I'm guessing. All right. Well, ending the stream. Kerbal Space Program time. Someone said.
It's curbled out.
Yeah. I kind of want to start on a Minecraft server, to be honest.
We're more on that tomorrow.
Creator Aeronautics. I'm really hyped for that mod. I think we're gonna do that. I'll see you guys. Thank you for tuning in. We're gonna have a nice, concise, hour-long stream. Bye bye. There we go.
Alright, and then stop the stream thing. So.